So I'm just walking up Middle Street. I walked up West Street, which, as one of my viewers reminded me, is the name of the road from the sea to the clock tower. I think I'd repressed that, but I think honestly that West Street is called West Street because it's to the west of the old town square. So we're one block east, as it were. This is Middle Street. Behind me is the Hippodrome, which has been derelict for a very, very long time. It is constantly being upgraded and refurbished, will hopefully one day be renovated. The Beatles played here in '65. Quite a lot of stuff. Anyway, I'm going to walk through Ship Street Gardens, a nice little alleyway, come out the other side. These little alleyways cut straight through here and on the other side as well, all the way through to Black Lion Street. Mostly residential. It does have an erotic boutique with all kinds of slink. There you go, and here we come out, Black Lion and the cricketers again. Confetti. Reason is, this here is the town hall. So last little bit for today. That's the town hall. As I mentioned a second ago, confetti. Reason being is that marriages happen here all the time. This was one of the first locations in Britain, along with the Royal Pavilion, where same-sex marriages were performed, which was lovely, including a great deal of my friends, actually. And let's hope for the day when it just becomes marriage for any gender, sex. Anyway, also behind me there, in the middle of the square, Moshimo, formerly known as Mushi Mushi, which is the best sushi restaurant in town. Being a long-term student of Japanese martial arts, the amount of times my people and I have been in there runs well into triple figures. And that's even before I moved to Japan. Anyway. History. So, I'm heading north now, inland. Behind me, of course, is the Brighton Pavilion with George IV right there, the statue. And there is a statue of Queen Victoria. Behind me is the Victoria Gardens. I mean, Brighton is, as I mentioned before, actually a very young city. The Prince Regent, as was, who became George IV, popularised it because he spent a lot of his time here. He built the Brighton Pavilion, had it built in a very Chinese/Asian kind of style, loosely influenced by the Taj Mahal, of course. And the architect was a man called John Nash. But between 1801 and 1901, the population of this town exploded from 7,000 in 1801 to 120,000 in 1901. So it's arguable to say, because Regency and Georgian means the same thing, because it was the Prince Regent and George IV is the same guy. But really, I think Brighton could be considered a Victorian town, because Victoria took the throne in the 1830s and died in 1901, of course. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm headed north now to meet up with my friends Mads and Tim. And on my left, the King and Queen, a large pub that is actually really cool. It's considerably younger than it looks. It's supposed to be a Tudor massive place. It is in fact 200 years younger than that, but still, you know, it's a brisk but fairly mild day, really. I'm going to head along to St. Peter's Church. Hello again, friends. So I'm walking past St. Peter's Church. St. Peter's Church is an amazing piece of Gothic Victorian Regency style. It was constructed in 1828 and it was designed by Sir Charles Barry. I must admit, man, Sir Charles Barry, when he got the commission to do this, was only in his mid-20s. Sir Charles Barry was the same guy who designed the renovation for Westminster Palace, the British Houses of Parliament in London, that if you saw my video, you'd be aware of. It's an amazing piece of neo-Gothic revival Victorian architecture and has been increasingly renovated over the last few years to wipe away centuries of grime and reveal the absolutely gorgeous Portland limestone. Hold on a second here, I'll try and get out from beneath the trees. Portland stone is an amazingly pale, robust form of limestone mined on the Isle of Portland in Dorset on the south coast of England. That stone has been used for Buckingham Palace, for St Paul's Cathedral in London, and also for the United Nations building in New York City. Thank you very much. So yes, it's a very nice stone and really quite an amazing place in an incredible location. It's where the Lewis and the London roads diverge here in Brighton. So the one going north and the other going kind of northeast to Lewis, which is the Sussex county town. Anyway, I'm about done here. I'm going to walk along to my friends Mads and Tim. So I'm going to sign off. As always, if you like what I do, how I'm doing it, please do like and subscribe. I don't know whether to be incensed or to admire that some guy's tag name is Spock.